The epic brawlers are some of the most popular brawlers in the game, and a lot of them are pretty decent in the meta. But today I'll be ranking every epic brawler in the game, starting with Bo. Bo is very decent in the meta. He does a good amount of damage and he can control a lot of area with his hypercharge. He's also very efficient in bushy maps and he's really reliable. I'll keep him in the A tier. Emz isn't holding up too well. She deals an okay amount of damage, but in an aggressive meta she gets countered a lot. I don't really think she's the worst, but I'll keep her in the C tier. Stu is still very good. His hypercharge is broken and in the right hands he can be insane, but he does take a good amount of skill. I'll still keep him in the S tier. Piper is pretty okay right now. She's still a very good marksman, but I feel brawlers like Bea or Belle are way more reliable in the meta. Still, I'll keep her in the B tier. Pam is definitely getting power crept and she doesn't deal nearly enough damage, especially with her slow unload speed. She's also just been outclassed by brawlers like Barry and Poco, who are way more reliable in the meta. Sadly, I'm keeping her in the F tier. Frank is still pretty decent. He's not too strong anymore, but he's not weak at all. He's still a very reliable tank and his hypercharge is very good. I'll still keep him in the B tier. Bibi isn't very good right now. She's probably the least reliable tank in the meta and she gets countered easily. She's just very weak, so I'm keeping her in the D tier. Bea is really strong right now. She keeps getting nerfed and nothing changes. Her hypercharge is broken and she does so much damage. She's definitely the best marksman right now. S tier. Nani is probably in the same position as Piper. She's alright, but with her trash hypercharge I don't see her going places in the meta. She does a lot of damage, so she's actually pretty good, but I'll keep her right in the middle in the B tier. Edgar is bad. He got a small buff a while ago, but nothing has changed. F tier. Griff is absolutely busted. His new hypercharge is broken and he does way too much damage. He's also really fun to play, so I'm keeping him in the S tier. The same can't really be said about Grom. He doesn't do a lot of damage and he gets countered by a lot of brawlers. His hypercharge is pretty solid though, so I'll keep him in the C tier. Bonnie has really changed in the meta. She got a small rework and she became a lot better and also a lot more fun to play. She's really strong now and she honestly deserves it. A tier. Gale isn't that good anymore and it's pretty surprising how much he's falling off in the meta. There are very few tanks at the very top of the meta, so he's not that good right now, so I'm definitely keeping him in the D tier. Colette is pretty good right now. She can do a lot more outside of targeting tanks, which is a lot better than Gale. She also does a crazy amount of damage with her hypercharge and she's pretty well rounded, so I'll keep her in the B tier. Belle is very good in the meta. Her hypercharge is solid and she does a good amount of damage. She's also very fun to play, so I'll keep her in the A tier. Ash is a well-rounded tank. He's a little tough to play, but he's very strong. His hypercharge is also really good and I don't see him falling off the meta anytime soon, so he's going all the way to the S tier. Lola is very balanced. I honestly thought she'd be broken when her hypercharge was announced, but it's not that good. But that doesn't really mean she's bad. She's very well-rounded with a mix of damage, range and control. She's very decent, so I'm keeping her in the B tier. Sam pretty much fell off. He was OP for like 2 days after his hypercharge was released, but it got nerfed really hard, and I think he's way worse than before, so I'm going to keep him in the F tier. Mandy is a very good marksman. Her hypercharge is pretty easy to get and it does so much damage. Besides that, her range and damage is pretty good and she's very broken in the right hands, so I'm going to put her in the A tier. Maisie really fell off. Similar to Sam, she was broken for like a month or two before falling off the meta. She could really use a buff, but I feel like Maisie is very unstable. A single buff or nerf can drastically change her placements in the meta. Still, I'll keep her in the D tier. Hank is surprisingly still good. I thought he'd be completely useless after the massive nerf to his hypercharge, but he's still pretty viable in the right maps. I guess his hypercharge helped him a lot. S tier. Pearl is pretty solid. She's tanky, she does a lot of damage and she has quite a bit of range. Her super does a lot of damage and it can also break walls, but her biggest drawback is definitely her hypercharge. It's pretty bad and it definitely needs a rework, but that doesn't stop her from being good or at least decent in the meta, so I'm definitely keeping her in the B tier. Larry and Lori are starting to feel those nerfs. They're slightly below average and they're getting outperformed by better throwers like Barley and Juju. They've also been pretty forgotten and still don't have a hypercharge yet. C tier. Angelo is still a top tier marksman, better than Mandy but not as overpowered as Bea. He does insane amounts of damage with his main attack and his hypercharge is broken, so he's going to the S tier as one of the best epic brawlers in the current meta. Barry is easily one of the best support / controllers in the game. He does so much damage, controls so much area and heals his teammates so well. He's very well rounded, so I'm keeping him in the A tier. Shade is pretty alright. He hard counters low DPS brawlers and throwers and he's very strong, but I don't really think this meta is made for him and he needs a hypercharge, so I'm leaving him in the B tier. Meeple is only getting worse. He was pretty average for a while, then he was above average, now he kinda sucks. He feels very underpowered and his reload speed is his biggest biggest issue alongside the fact that he doesn't have a hypercharge yet. See tier. Anyways, this was me ranking every epic brawler again. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and thanks for watching.